Alhamdulillah, shukrillah, something to be grateful for. This is how it looks downtown here. This is how people actually live in America. No one probably even knows that people live like this right here in downtown Los Angeles. SubhanAllah, all those people are poor, living in shelters and stuff like that. And then this is what the place actually looks like when you're driving through the city around it, you know. These are all the buildings and all the stores and things of that nature where people are making money. I'm making around because I want to put a video of this up so, you know, people can really be able to see what's really going on down here, you know, downtown Los Angeles. That, you know, in America, it's not really proposed. Well, I ain't gonna say proposed, but in America, everything is what it seems to be. You know, they shine our country as though we don't have a third world population right here in America. But we definitely have a third world population right here in America. And this is the part that is hidden from other cultures around the world. When they look at our country and they say, okay, you guys are rich and you guys have all this type of money. Well, these people right here are living on the streets in tents, as you can see. This is their homes right here. This is how they live 24 hours a day. This is how they live. This is their lifestyle. SubhanAllah. This is a very, very humbling situation. This will make any man thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for having even a dollar and a place where he can actually hide from the rain. It's to humble anybody. This is a very humbling situation that people in America, one of the most so-called richest countries in the world, to live like this. You know, this is in one of the most wealthiest areas in Los Angeles. This is called downtown. I can't turn right there, but it's good because I get to go down this way. Now this is another spot. Look at these people, man. These are all races of people. I'm recording all this. These are all different races and all types of different people living downtown Los Angeles in the business district. Take note, this is not the poor place. This is the business district right here. This is the business district. And I'm actually going to drive up to a location where you're going to see things drastically change, where people are, you know, a little bit more wealthier. Things of that nature. Yeah, if you understand what I'm saying. But I'm going to take you on another excursion real quick. I'm going to show you how things can progress real drastically and real quick. And it's not these people's fault that they live like this. There's enough money in America and enough land and enough cattle, enough vegetation to feed everybody. There's enough housing to house everybody in the United States of America. There's enough wealth to do all of it. But unfortunately, we live in a very, very stingy country. You know, where, you know, the rich get richer and the poor gets poor, you know. And I hate to say it like that, but unfortunately, this is what I said in one of my poems, you know what I'm saying? And I'll let you hear a little bit of it as we're traveling along, but I'm here to get most of this stuff here on what's going on. I call it, we living like some animals amongst the cannibals, deeply engraved with the slave marks of animals, detached far from history. And nationality is never understood, shackled in the misery, so we lived on the farm, suffer from the cruelest punishment, debased to nothing, and this song, cultivation of the minds, and defined by Europeans to be 3/5 of humankind, Christianized by the disguise and blue eyes. Look at my people as they rhyme through demonetized. Who was the mission in this format that formalized? And look at these people, these are rappers. The mental state and destruction of my bloodline. Cross seas, so here we had since the open flames, deadly and raising the tension in this metal cage. Violent escape led to bloodshed by any means. Late nights running through backwoods to stay free. How do we live so confined, far away from home? To suffer from the acts that was passed for Negroes. Strange fruit hanging from trees in the courthouse. Black folks are steady running to the White House. Look at us all through the eyes. Trayvon, murdered in cold blood, cut off from his family ties. Underclass cut off from mainstream society, terrorized the discussion of our history. Incarceration in the flocks, in the cell blocks, labeled a criminal by the laws of the crack house. Wall Street, the stock and trade of this masquerade. Steady parading through the streets, asking for paydays. We living like some animals amongst the cannibals. Deeply engraved with the slave marks of animals. We living like some animals amongst the cannibals. Deeply engraved with the slave marks of animals. We living like some animals amongst the cannibals. Deeply engraved with the slave marks of animals. We living like some animals amongst the cannibals. Deeply engraved with the slave marks of animals. How y'all doing? Life gonna get real better real soon. Trust me. Nah, I don't smoke. How long you been down here downtown? How long you been down here? Nah, I don't smoke. How long you been down here downtown?
Too long? You supposed to change? Don't lie.
Oh man, I wish I did. Let me see.
Even a quarter.
I got a quarter for you though here.
Alright.
We need to be getting out giving some food here. There you go. You take care of yourself. Hopefully you get out of here pretty soon. This is a shame, man. Now I want you to watch as this particular situation downtown here, as it progresses to be something entirely different. And this is the part that you're not showing. See, these are children. These are women and children out here in the park. This is where they live at. This is where they live at. Now watch as we progress. Now this is the police station right here too on Wall Street. Downtown. That is the police station right there. Look at all those people living by the police station. I wonder how many people is actually gonna look at this video. Now look how things progress. Watch how things progress. Now we on Maple. This is the industrial district right here. You see all these stores. They're closed right now. They'll be open tomorrow though. Look how things get a little bit different. You see those people disappear. This is the part that they show you in other parts of the world. This is what they invite you to in other parts of the world. They'll never show you the crime that's happening to the American people that are right here, that have all rights to benefit from their country more than anybody else that came here in this whole entire country. And unfortunately, some people from other countries do end up down there, but sometimes by right, they belong down there because they came to a country to benefit from other people's hard work and labor. And as you can see, the progression of the buildings, the businesses that are open, food courts, Walgreens, all these major million-dollar corporations, 7-Eleven, Phallus, all these different type of stores and things of that nature. You know, all these big, tall, nice buildings and things of this nature. All this stuff here, people driving around in BMWs. You can see, look at the brand new cars. You can see the progression, how things change just within a matter of seconds. This is what I call downtown. This is where I'm from. I'm from the east side of Los Angeles. I grew up on 73rd and San Pedro. I've been seeing this ever since I was like 8 years old. The condition of this place has not changed. The only thing that has changed is this part right here, what you see on Hill Street. Now, this is the new downtown. You can see flowers and trees and things of that nature. But there's been no type of wealth. These big old tall buildings. Look at that high-rise building right there. Look at that high-rise building. These are billion dollar buildings. And me as a carpenter, I can tell you that that's how much it costs to build these type of buildings. You can see they just keep going up. They just keep going up. Look at all these billion-dollar buildings. And it only take a scratch of that money in order for them to get those people into a better condition and off the streets. But unfortunately, there's a failure to do so. It could be a lot of flack by putting a video out like this, but sometimes you need somebody to do something, because maybe the people around the world will begin to realize that America is not exactly what it's being played out to be. You're being fooled and bamboozled, and you just don't know it. But most of the people that live here know that it's just an illusion. It's a darkness that is over us, and we need to ask everybody what the hell is going on. Now, I'm keep on showing you the video because I want to show you that that particular element that you seen about 4 minutes ago are no longer around. And I want you to ask yourself why. We're still downtown. This is the gold district. This is the district where a lot of the silver and gold is at. You know, you got public school there. That's not an actual public school. That is a restaurant, a High Time Prime restaurant that is called Public School 213. Oh wow. So it's very disheartening to see, you know, people like that. And I've been to Morocco. They don't have this type of situation in Morocco. You know, they don't have this type of situation in that part of Africa. You don't see people living on the streets like that. And I had a chance to travel the whole continent, basically. You know, and I've never seen people living like I've seen people living down there downtown. Those people don't even have water to take a bath. But as you can see, that element that you've seen before, it doesn't exist. So all of you thinking that America has a dream for you, think again. be wise, because we're living in some very trying times. Again, remember, we're living like some animals amongst the cannibals, deeply engraved with the slave marks of animals. See that nice Starbucks right there, the nice Quench juice spot, the nice Starbucks right across the street. Now you see the trees getting a little bit greener. The streets are a lot more cleaner. Cars are a little bit more brand new. I'm even rolling around in a so-called, brand new car that I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for. It's a very humbling situation when you know that you have the basic means of life that you think that's basic, but really those things are not basic. Those people live in tents. How many of you are living in apartments, houses, and still complain? You have cars, you have clothes on your back, nice clothes, you have water, you have food, you have drink, you have children that are laughing. Those children were playing inside of a park, and they'll be playing in that park until the shelter decides to open up again, which is at 7 o'clock tonight. And they have to be there with all those nasty people that haven't taken a shower, and I don't know how long, and probably won't get a shower until they enter the county jail of some sort. They won't get any food until they get into a food line. Some of that stuff really make me want to drop some tears because, I came out of that system. I came out of that. And to know that there are people still living like that almost 40 years later is a major, major problem in America that we as a people need to solve. And it's easy to solve it. It's easy to solve it. The Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala قال في كتابه ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have made the Quran easy for those who wish to memorize it. And then he says again, وَلَقَدْ صَرَّفْنَا فِي هَذَا الْقُرْآنِ مِنْ كُلِّ مَثِلٍ وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ أَكْثَرَ شَيْءٍ جَدَلًا. And verily, indeed, we have placed in the Quran every example for every type of situation. But mankind is always in defiance and argumentation and difference. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us in this time that we're living in, these last days where all of the minor signs have already appeared and we're just waiting on the major ones. So be careful. Repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is month of Ramadan. We pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give humanity some relief from the evil that has descended upon us. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to not test us like He has tested those people there, and may remove poverty from them and guide them to the deen of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.